Okay, so I've been trying to contact various people to deal with this whole social security mutual obligations problem. So I emailed. Who did I email? I emailed the federal member of parliament for my area district, and I think I emailed last night, or I don't know, but so they got back to me, and but they, so I gave them my phone number, and someone from their office, uh, I just spoke to someone on the phone about this whole thing, about two things actually. The one is whether or not you can defame a private company that is contracted by the government to provide services such as the disability medical assessment. And the second question has to do with Centrelink and mutual obligations and what happens. Um, well, I didn't go into a lot of detail here about that, but what they suggested was that I write a letter to the, or an email to the federal member again, and what they will do is they will take those questions and refer them to um, the parliamentary library or something, and they will do some research, and actually on the defamation question they will do some research and get back to her and tell her like what the answer is. And the other one about the Centrelink, that'll be forwarded straight to the minister for the to provide an answer. So so there you go. I also contacted a Justice Connect, which is like I don't know, some kind of organization which does refers pro bono work, because I wanted someone to take up this to help me challenge the legality of the mutual obligations, but they said, "Oh, this we can't." What did they say? They said that we can't help you because we don't. First, they said, "Oh, well, we can't help you with Centrelink matters," and I got very upset with that, and I and I said, "No, I'm not trying to ask about a personal matter. I'm trying to do a public interest thing." And they said that we have, I don't know, they just didn't help. Uh, I also contacted the Social Security Division of the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, and they said something like we can only review decisions made by Centrelink. So what I'm thinking is, I need to first, if I want to challenge the, I don't know how I should proceed. Should I actually, like for instance, do fail to satisfy one of the government's requirements and appeal that decision and then take it to the tribunal, or should I go the pro bono way and try and challenge the legality of mutual obligations, like from a constitutional basis? So I don't know which way to go. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing, and so there are these very so I've been like very motivated to do these. So there's this how do I get how do I there was this video where there's this legislation called the Welfare Reform Act It's called the Social Services Legislation Amendment Welfare Reform Bill 2017. This bill received royal assent on 11th April 2018 and went into effect, I think, on 1 July 2018. And so let's take a look at that. So this is a bill. Wait a minute, am I streaming? Oh, okay. So this is the bill. It's called the Social Services Legislation Amendment, Welfare Amendment 2017. And here you can read all the various readings and all of that. She's a Green senator, and she's against the bill, which is good. He did a good. He's a actually, I was watching a video of the actual. I wonder how we can get that to be played. It's a. Can I add an application? Oh, VLC video source. Wait a minute, where is that thing? If I'm not doing it, I wanted something else. Window capture. Let's see. Oh, that's the one. Does it work? Does this work? I think I have to put an audio source. Let's go with that. Maybe works.
For every entry level vacancy.
This is like actually, I don't think there are any copyright problems because this is actually from the government's own website. For instance, I think I clicked on that. No, not there. That I want the all second reading speeches. Oh, so for instance, I actually clicked on this, but this one also will work. So you can watch it. So this is what he was reading. What, 1109. The Social Services Legislation Amendment. Okay, let's actually watch some of it. Let's watch some of it. Let's go back.
Has Cornwall's got a call Senator Cameron continuation.
Thanks, Mr. Acting Deputy President. This bill has measures that will expose vulnerable people in our communities and increase hardship and suffering. It attacks the most disadvantaged people in our community. It tightens the screws on people that are already struggling to make ends meet. People require support, not penalties and punishment. The government proposes these changes without any evidence to justify them. The only evidence put forward
What the fuck am I doing? Is it even playing? I don't think it's playing. It's not playing the video. Okay, anyway, you should, I should have tried this before, but anyway, let's take a look at the job deed. Oh, here we go. This is the job active deed, alright? This is what this is the contract that the government provides. This is a contract that the job agencies have to get into this is what they provide. Let's go to targeted compliance framework. Work with the dough. Alright. Compliance action. Let's go to this. Work refusal failures. Let's go to that. Same business day response to work refusal failures. If the provider becomes aware that a fully eligible participant mutual obligation has apparently committed a work refusal failure. Look at how they frame it. Work refusal failure. It's like I want to laugh at it because it's just so. It's like I want to laugh and I also want to cry at the same time. What the fuck? Oh, that's so. I don't know what to do. Laugh or cry. Work refusal failure. So that's a thing. The provider must attempt to contact the participant on the same business day on which the provider becomes aware of the apparent work refusal failure. And B, if there is contact with the provider and the participant on the day, comply with clause 115.2 immediately during that contact. So that's a clause 1. Clause 1.15.1b does not apply. If it does not apply, let me just apply. Comply with clause 115.4. Okay, let's just see what happens with the one for the purposes of clause blah 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 blah. So if there is a work refusal failure, you contact them on that same business day, and if that happens, if that's a success, you must discuss the circumstances of the apparent work refusal failure, including any reason why the employment effort may not be suitable. And if the provider considers that a work refusal failure has been committed, comply with clause 115.3. 115.3. For the purposes of this, that means so you call them up, and if you find out they did do a work refusal failure, the provider must create a work refusal failure report and record the details and outcomes required. So you got the details and outcomes required in the department's IT systems, and take any other actions specified in any guidelines. So what are those actions? Oh, so now let's wait. If clause B, this does not apply, it means you cannot contact them. Comply with clause 114. So if you can't contact them on the same business day, this is what you do. On the same business day, so if you can't call them on the same business day, you have to what? becomes aware of the work refusal failure, create a work refusal failure report and record the details and outcomes required of the department's IT systems. And if the participant doesn't have SMS or email details recorded in the department for automated notification, send the notice prepared by the department's IT system to respond to the work report. So you gotta post it. So you record it and you send them an SMS or email or post that report or whatever the outcome of the report. Take any other action specified in any guidelines. So what are these guidelines? And if the participant contacts the provider to discuss their priorities with the compliance clause 1.5 immediately during that contact. Okay, and look at how sneaky they are. Here is the real penalty. Note, when the provider creates a work refusal failure report, the participant's income support payment will be suspended and a reconnection requirement set to make contact with the provider. If the participant does not contact the provider within 4 weeks, the participant's income support will be cancelled. So look at how sneaky they put the real penalty in such a small thing. So if the participant calls them back, what you got to do? Discuss the circumstances of the okay. So that's what happens. If you refuse a job, they will create a report and they will take any other action specified in any guidelines. So when they write the report, they will suspend your payment, and then you have to contact them, and then they will take any other action in the guidelines, I think. Or if you don't contact them, your payment will be cancelled. Man, this is just crazy, alright? This is crazy. Well, at least I'm fighting back. So what I'm saying is no situation. So what I was writing is, you need water. When I was discussing with that person too, you need, in order to live, you need the air to breathe, food to eat, water to drink, clothes to wear, a place to live, and then you need medicine, you need education, and you need what else? Right there. All right, you need all of those things, but you cannot get those things without money. You need in nature, yeah, you go get the food, but in a society, if you want food, water, the only thing which is free for now is air. But who knows, maybe in the future they will try to sell you air as well. In a nuclear situation, who knows. But so without money, you can't get food, water, clothing, shelter, medicine, education, housing. Even medicines here you got to still pay for. I don't know, there might be circumstances where it might be free, but even like a bulk billing is still pay. You got to pay for it. So what I'm saying is, even if some of these things can be given, so without money you can't do anything. So if they cut your social security benefits, my stupid thing is disconnected. Anyway, so if they connect your social security benefits, you can't do anything. You can't regulation, or they don't comply, and they have a backup plan. They either live with their family or whatever. But theoretically, it's possible that, imagine you don't have a backup plan. Imagine you don't have family and you're wholly reliant on the social security benefits. In such a case, if you don't get the benefits, you're homeless. You're like subject to charity of other people, and you can die. So anyway, so I'm tired.